call. Good morning. It's a little early this morning, but I'm going to do the retreat and I can't wait to start. But lots of paperwork and I need the reboot, so we're good. Record is stuck. Okay, we will start with our TOPS pledge. I will mute you guys. And you can unmute when you're done. We're done. TOPS pledge. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I am tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember. I will take off pounds sensibly. COPS pledge. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions, not let my emotions control me. Every time I am tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember. I am to be an example as I keep off pounds sensibly. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Right now, we're in the middle of a wet snowstorm. It just started and it's piling up quickly. Can't see my car and it just started. So, okay, we are revisiting a program that I did on August 24th, 2020. The Devine Ms. S. So I love this program. People always call it luck when you've acted more sensibly than they have. Ann Tyler said that. Who is the Devine Ms. S? The Devine Ms. S takes her name from TOPS, in which S stands for sensibility. She is the embodiment of all things accomplished sensibly for healthy weight loss and maintenance. The S also represents many other important aspects of successful weight loss management. Successful weight management. The Devine Ms. S is a good role model for all of us. Her three main qualities are starting, staying, striving. Okay, let's begin with starting. For some of us, starting means getting restarted. That's me. Either way, the same guidelines apply. People who have the greatest success are at making lifestyle changes are those who make gradual, consistent changes over time. Starting sensibly. Getting started is easy. Set a short-term goal. That's where our SMART goals come in. Tell other people about it. Ask for their support. If you're not meeting in person, call them on the phone, email them, text them, talk to your family, but get the support. Simply knowing that others are following your progress will help you to make changes. Don't limit this support circle to members of your TOPS chapter. Call sympathetic friends, relatives, neighbors, co-workers, healthcare providers, etc. And with Facebook, you can always get support there. I've yet to have a post regarding my struggles or my successes or my walks. I've never had a negative comment, which is awesome because we are all about positivity. Clean out your cupboard and refrigerator to get rid of unhealthy items that have tripped you up in the past. Get that ice cream out of your freezer. Got two in the freezer right there. If those items are not around anymore, there are fewer hurdles you have to jump. We don't deprive ourselves, but if you can't have just a half a cup of ice cream, don't tempt yourself. You know your limits. So finish that container and don't get any more. I was really good. I haven't had any ice cream for a while. Then I saw salted caramel and it was on sale. Yes, it's like, oh, or blackjack cherry. My grandson loves both, but he's not here. Was not here this weekend, so it's like he couldn't save me from myself. It's like, but yeah. I mean, we don't deprive ourselves. We don't. Nothing's a no, but you know your limits, so don't tempt yourself. and I'm talking to myself here. I'm the one that does the grocery shopping, and I'm the one that's like, oh man, I don't need this. But he came home with me, just jumped in my cart. Take one small step toward an active lifestyle. Many top members who are now in great shape started their exercise programs simply by walking around the block or walking around your house. Or, I mean, a lot of people they don't go outside, they just do it around their house. Now, the Devine Ms. S is also striding. One more tip for starting sensibly. You could make one change in your eating habits this week. Maybe you'll switch from the regular version of a familiar food to its low-fat or low-calorie counterpart. Or you can add a portion of crisp baby carrots to a meal or snack to help you get one of your daily vegetable exchanges. Or you could switch from frying to broiling or air frying when you prepare a certain food. And then there's a block that says, the Devine Ms. S has inspired me to start or restart sensibly. This week, I will put water in my coffee cup. How about you guys? What are you guys going to do this week? Ron? Yes. Yes. Yay! Coffee.
I started
Two-fisted caffeine.
started limiting my snacks. That's where I was getting in a little bit of trouble with snacks.
Yeah, all of a sudden I'm starting on the snacks again. I mean, my husband's a grazer, and he's when he's home over the weekend, it's contagious. Grazing is contagious. It's like, oh, one little bite won't hurt. Yeah, it will, because you can't stop at one bite.
Wheat Thins, gave them up.
Yeah, I love those.
I love it too, and they have a low salt, which is great. So it's not the total evil for me, but it's I can still make healthier choices, and I discovered pears. I never have liked, like, I won't eat a pear, just eat it. But if I slice it up and microwave it for about just until it's warm, put a little bit of cinnamon on it, it's like having apple crisp. It's like, it's wonderful.
I mean, a whole pear, not canned or anything, a fresh pear.
A fresh pear, just slice it and put it in the microwave until it's warm. It doesn't take long, maybe 40 seconds. You don't want it mushy.
You just gave me my healthy recipe for the week.
Yeah.
We're doing the One Small Step 6-week contest that's now on the website, tops.com. And tops.org, and one of them is to try a healthy recipe from Tops Magazine. Well, I adjust it to any healthy recipe and share it. Thanks for the recipe. It sounds really good.
I did that with apple. I didn't put any sugar. I just sliced it up and put some cinnamon on it.
It was, I don't put a lot of sugar, but a little bit of sugar, not a lot.
Well, pears really don't need it. Apples, depending on the apples, but yeah, that's. I think I'm going to be doing pears if they're affordable this week. If the snow stops. Okay. 2. Now let's move on to staying. Once you've started sensibly, follow these time-tested practices to stay sensibly on course. Celebrate whenever you meet a short-term goal. Share the news with your support circle. Put it on your Facebook page. Put it on your Tops page. If you have a page for your chapter, put it on there. The people you asked for help when you started sensibly, tell them. It's not bragging, you're celebrating. Once you've met one short-term goal, set another one. Always have something toward which you will strive. Remember that slow, steady weight losses are best. Many of the Tops best losers get to a goal by losing 1/4 or 1/2 pound per week. As you lose weight slowly, you establish habits that you can live with in the long run. If one type of exercise doesn't suit you, try another. If you can't hike, walk. If you can't walk outside, walk inside. find one that you really like so you can stick with the program, or maybe you like several. Great. Keep these in mind so you can cross-train, switching from one to another, depending on your mood, the weather, etc. Now the Devine Ms. S is also shaping up. I'll have to put a picture of it. I don't know if you can. It's gonna peek. No.
What's that?
I just appear. I have the program on my page. I mean, the picture on my page. I'll have to post it again. But I could get rid of the virtual program. I mean, background, but page 26. It's over. Okay. Ask another TOPS member for their continued support. This is where TOPS really shines. Don't forget to give support as well as accept it. And ask for help too. If you're struggling, ask for help. That's what these Zooms are all about. I was struggling and I got myself a forum to my support group back. Don't get, this helps you as much as the person to whom you are reaching out. Now, the Devine Ms. S is also supported and supportive. Supported and supportive. Practice moderation rather than self-denial. Portion control. Control, not elimination, is the key to success. When you think you must eliminate certain foods from your meal plan, you are making two mistakes. One is that you're turning them into forbidden foods. And what happens when something is forbidden? Right, we want them even more. Small craving will become an obsession. The second mistake is that you set yourself up for failure with an all or nothing situation. If you slip and have a little bit of the forbidden food, you're apt to think self-defeating thoughts like, I blew it, I failed, might as well give up on the whole thing. Start over when necessary. One slip doesn't undo all the progress you've made to date, and it doesn't have to snowball into an all-out binge. I've had that happen a couple weeks ago. Cut yourself some slack. Acknowledge your mistake and start anew. If you happen to eat something that is not on your meal plan for the day, it is not the end of the world. Just a speed bump on your road to success. Drink plenty of water, and it's a good response to any high-risk eating situation. It also helps you feel full. Now, the Devine Ms. S is sipping. And besides my caffeine, I have my big water bottle.
Good.
Okay, and this one says, Devine Ms. S has inspired me to stay sensibly on course. This week, I will drink my water, and I say this every week, and I'm striving. I'm trying. Anybody else? Stella? This
It's the snacks mostly. I'm planning my meals, so I try not to have a snack just 3 meals. Because if I snack, I can't have a small portion.
Right.
So I just, it's better just not to snack.
It's like you can't just have one potato chip. You can't. You just can't. Rhonda? You're muted.
She's muted.
You're muted.
There I go.
Yeah.
I was able to go to the gym last night. I've been out of the gym all week. I've been going to the gym on a regular basis, and being, snow and ice kept me from it.
Right. Yeah, I heard.
I'm happy to be back. I think more regular exercise is going to get. I didn't even weigh in last week because I weigh in at chapter and we didn't have a chapter meeting. So I said, okay, I just kind of want to save that. I know that I didn't exercise. So
yeah,
the plan is to just move more.
Yes. Yeah, that's what we need to do. I mean, last week, 2 weeks ago, I hiked 62 miles. This past week, I doubt I had, I don't even think I had 20 miles. I had that many days under 10,000 steps. It's I mean, you can go out and shovel for hours and you're not gonna get a whole lot of steps in at all. So it's like all that hard work, it's like not a whole lot of steps.
But it's still exercise.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But then you come in and you're exhausted and you're starving.
True. Yeah.
Yes. So, but
So
so
drink.
go ahead, Tammy. So you're in the Divine Ms has inspired me to stay sensibly on course. This week you will.
Measure my portions.
Yes.
Remember, I think it was on your Wednesday Zoom. I said that I had 200 calories. Well, for breakfast. No, I have not been having 200 calories for breakfast. I have been having way more than that. And my eyeball of what a portion of fruit is I've been having like a field day with my fruit, and that's
yeah, because it's not a whole lot. It
comes back to that my day one
calories.
and looking at those portion sizes,
Right.
and they are little. They're small
Right.
portions.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
your
yeah.
eye and your appetite just wants to go bigger, and I just
Yes.
got to be careful not to do that. And
Mhm.
I was struggling, and just this past week I've dropped 3 pounds just
That's
by
great.
adjusting, measuring what
Yes.
I'm eating.
Yep.
And I'm not having to exercise for an hour on that bike. It's just watching what I'm eating.
Right. It works. It works.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm still getting my exercise in because it's good for
Yeah.
your heart, and it's
Yes, it is. And it is Heart Month. Yeah, it's still Heart Month. It's still February. Still February. Okay. You started. You're staying on course. Let's move to the third phrase, striving. This takes into account the fact that we never make changes in a vacuum. Life goes on and roadblocks are inevitable. To get through them, remember these taxes for striving sensibly. One common roadblock is having too much time on your hands. You start wandering to the kitchen.
yeah, I've been very busy.
Yeah. Willpower alone will not suffice if you're overeating from boredom, loneliness, etc. You are not superhuman. We're not. Yes, we are. We're Wonder Women. Build some exercise into every day to make sure you're burning off your daily food intake. Keep a few diversions on hand for those times when you might eat just to have something to do. Use whatever diversion works best for you. Some people enjoy crossword puzzles or Sudoku. Others stay busy with craft projects. Some play musical instruments, and still others groom a pet. I don't think I'll groom my fish. I might. Engaging your mind by reading an interesting magazine article or by listening to lively music or radio talk show. I wouldn't advise radio talk shows because they're too friggin' political right now. Yeah, I stay away from those. A second roadblock that is inevitable for everyone is adjusting to lifestyle changes. And in that too, if you have very active days, you can keep that calorie budget up there. But if you have a low day, like you're just holding the couch down from gravity, you can't eat all those calories, because if you go in there, if you go into the tops.org, you figure out your calorie budget. There's one for active days and there's one for inactive days. So make sure you know which ones you can have that day, because if you keep doing the calorie budget for an active day and you're not active that day, not good things. When you're in the midst of change, new parenthood, retirement, starting college, a pandemic, switching jobs, moving to a new town, etc., you may have to adjust other habits to compensate. Sometimes the same old doesn't work in your new circumstances. Be aware and stay flexible. Don't forget, our new normal is nothing like we've ever encountered, unless it's our grandparents who've been through it all. but without social media. Seek out other people in the same boat. Ask them how they adapted. Spend some time with them and notice how they handle their meal planning, snacking, grocery shopping, and other food-related habits. Perhaps the most universal roadblock of all is the lack of time. If your daily routine interferes with good health, rethink your priorities. Block off exercise time and treat it with the same respect as any other important appointment. Now, the Devine Ms. S is scheduled. I've noticed if I don't put it on my schedule, I don't remember to do it. So scheduling is very important. Another way to beat the time crunch is to plan ahead so you have quick, healthy choices on hand for meals and snacks. The Devine Ms. S is also supermarket savvy. Last but not least, stress is a common roadblock to striving sensibly. Do not let overeating become a stress escape valve. Think of other ways to treat yourself and to let off steam. You deserve these breaks. If you got a punch bag, that's good. If you don't, exercise videos that are high pace or something, but we need to like put caution tape on the refrigerators or on the pantry, especially when you got cabin fever, it's snowing out, you don't want to go out yet until it's time to shovel. Yeah. Remember that exercise is a great stress reliever. It takes your mind off a problem. Stress releases feel-good endorphins and restores your sense of control. Even a 5-minute walk is sometimes enough to change your perspective. Yeah, my schedule is very, very busy for the next 3 days. So I was out, 35 minutes? I did, 2.5 miles? And just that little bit of time, it helped because I was only active 2 out of 7 days last week. So I did a hike yesterday. So it got me restarted because I was like, it was just too cold and I don't want to go anywhere. The sidewalks aren't cleared. And it's like, I've got microspike. So there's no excuse that sidewalks aren't cleared because I can safely use them. But it's like,
Forgot about those. I have them too. I went out yesterday and I cut my walk short because it was icy.
Yep.
I've got them.
Bring them with you. I mean, I had them yesterday for the hike, but I didn't want to stop because I had this good pace. But the one of the miles was off on a farmer's field, and we had sleet earlier in the week, so it was a crispy layer. And I'll tell you, my legs hurt this morning because I'll tell you, it's walking in the snow uses so many more different muscles because your feet aren't flat to the floor.
My legs were bothering me yesterday, and I didn't know why. That's probably why. It's
walking in the snow.
Muscles in the snow. I have skis. I wanna get out there. I have to do it on a flat surface though because I don't want to fall. But they're just cross country, and I used to love it. That's a great way to exercise.
Well, there was a lot of ski tracks on we hiked on the Gettysburg battlefield. There was a lot of ski tracks on the field, which is awesome. So and this one says, the Devine Ms. S has inspired me to strive sensibly. This week I will. I'll get back to the 5 days of exercising, at least. Stella, what are you going to strive to do sensibly this week?
Mostly plan my meals.
I can't seem to get into doing that. And hopefully this retreat will change my mind because I need something. I don't plan meals. It's like whatever's in the house. Rhonda?
I think I'm stuck, and I think this, you are an answer right now with being an advocate and a chapter leader. I don't often get that kind of program myself.
Right.
I'm used to giving programs. It's nice to just sit and be receiving.
Right.
So that's one thing I've committed to that. And I think that's helpful. Because you just got to slow down and think about it in
Right.
terms of.
Right, because we're always, as advocates and chapter leaders, we're always encouraging everyone else. But on the backside, we are also TOPS members, and we also need the encouragement. And sometimes it's hard.
We're top
I'm-
members first. Yeah.
Right. And I'm lucky I have a smaller chapter. And if I'm struggling, we talk about it at the chapter. I mean, I know I'm encouraging everybody because we're a very active chapter physically, when weather permitting. But sometimes I need the help too. And these Zooms help at all. Have you been on Sharon Dine's Zoom on Thursdays?
No, I haven't.
You should. You should. It's I think she's also Central Time, so it'd be 7:30 your time.
Okay.
She posts it. I will get the link for you.
Okay.
I have it somewhere in one of my messages. I'll forward it to you. But it helps. I mean, I'm just my schedule is so full. It's 8:30 my time. By 8:30 is coming around, I'm ready to go sleep. I'm just exhausted. So I try. Every once in a while, I'll be awake enough to go. So it helps that somebody else does the program and we can just sit and listen.
Right.
That's why I'm looking forward to this retreat in 15 minutes. So okay.
Cynthia?
Yes.
Cynthia Mack?
Cynthia
All
Mack.
right. I like her.
Yes.
Love her.
I can't wait. And I can't wait till I know this group they're all the same, but I can't wait to the next set that maybe they'll do something different. Otherwise, no one's going to have a repeat retreat if they're all the same. So we can cross our fingers they'll have more. Okay. Okay, then it says, Devine Ms. has inspired us in many ways. By imitating what she represents, we can reach the highest level of TOPS performance, sensibly successful. Lots of S's. Okay, well, unfortunately, I gotta cut it short because I gotta get on to the retreat in 15 minutes. And any questions or comments or successes this week? Anybody?
Just I'm at a figure that I've been striving to get to, and it really feels good to be there, 5 pounds below goal, and it's below
Nice.
it's below the 190 figure, and it's like yes, I broke it.
Yes, you hit that
I
plateau.
don't want to
Awesome.
break it. I want to stay right where I
Right.
am because it feels so good.
Yeah. Well, I had 53 weeks below goal, and this is week 60. So it'll be 7 weeks above goal, but still in leeway. But I want to get back below goal, and winter's always hard for me. I always gain weight, but I don't want, I mean, the lowest I've been is 7 pounds below, actually 10 pounds below, but that was during quarantine, so I didn't weigh in officially.
I was actually 19 pounds below goal during quarantine, like the first time. But
yeah,
it's okay because my doctor wants me to lose the weight.
Right.
So I actually was doing something that was good for me, but I didn't trust it that it was
right.
like a permanent weight,
Right.
like it would stay with me, and it didn't.
Mhm. Yep.
So my advocate asked me to change my goal, and I said, I'm gonna sit on it, and
Right.
and it's a good thing I did because where I'm at, I've been struggling to.
Right.
I don't like to be above goal, and I've been. You let you go. You gotta go.
Well, that's okay, but we will finish with the helping hands. You take my hand and I'll take yours, and okay, I'm forgetting the word. Somebody continue.
I don't know that one.
I don't know that one either.
You take my hand and I'll take yours, and we'll start out today. For helping hand is what we need to guide us along the way. The way to goal is a lonely road. We need someone to care. Reach out, my friend, and take my hand, and then we're almost there. And I will post it so I cannot. Don't forget it next time. So everybody, you have a great day. Hopefully I'll see you Wednesday.
Bye. Nice to see you, Rhonda, and
Tammy.
Stella.